Hello. Um, I read about a case a couple of days ago that's similar to the Trayvon Martin case because of the stand your ground law in Florida. And there's a lady named Marissa Alexander who faces up a maximum of 20 years in prison for shooting a warning shot to the ceiling for shooting at her abusive husband. Um, she is trying to get her story out there, and I think that we are doing a good job getting the story out there. Trayvon Martin hasn't just been Al Sharpton. It hasn't just been Jesse Jackson, but basically all of America is speaking out about these topics. So now we have a story where she is trying to defend herself against a man who has been reported to be abusive to women, but especially to her. And she sits in jail because a judge decided that the stand your ground law didn't work in this case, um, which I mean lets me know that it's flawed. Because if you look at what happened with Trayvon and George Zimmerman, they took his explanation of the things that happened and they took his account 100%. And if it wasn't for the outcry of the people, George Zimmerman would have not been arrested at all. So now that the American people are finally stepping up and not accepting this injustice that's going on right now, uh, here's another case where I mean you really have to question it. You really have to question exactly the motives. You really have to question um, how flawed this case is. You know, I really don't understand how the judge could look at this case and charge her and her husband has, I mean, it's on record, it's on file. From everything I've read and everything I've heard about the case, he's an abusive man. And but she still sits in jail and she didn't even shoot or kill anybody. She didn't shoot or kill anybody. But George Zimmerman shoots and kills Trayvon and he was gonna be out free if it wasn't for the people speaking up against this and against that injustice right there. So, like America is just there's just a lot of trouble right now going on in the justice system, and us as Americans just have to continue to do what we do, continue to do these things peacefully to try to change, some of the things that we know are wrong in this country. And I know for a fact that one of those laws uh, is just a terrible law. Stand your ground, because it looks like it's not interpreted the same way by everybody, And for some reason, George Zimmerman got off free before the people complained, before America complained about that injustice. And she's somehow sitting in jail because her abusive husband, he called 911, but I don't understand how the judge really sided with him and took his side over hers. She didn't even hurt anybody, but she's arrested on the spot and still sitting in jail right now. And George Zimmerman, he shoots Trayvon, and then